Hi, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Today is officially 1 month in quarantine for me. I'm feeling hopeful though. I feel as if the vibe is switching up, things are toning down. So I'm sending out positive vibes to everyone watching that hopefully we can get back on our regular routine. Until then, we are carrying on as usual on the channel, and I thought I would switch things over to a drugstore video today because I have not incorporated a ton of drugstore in this month or really last month. So I thought I would just kind of do shop my stash, nothing new style video of all drugstore. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna start out by priming my skin with my Neutrogena Radiant Primer Serum. This is a fairly new product. It's been out for a few months, but I just have a little bit of moisturizer on and I want a little bit more glow. So I'm gonna use this to go in and prep my skin. Kind of gives you like that glass skin effect. So this is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. Can someone tell me if I use this in a video? Because I saw this in my collection and I was like, I don't recall using you or purchasing you. I think I did use this in one video, but I remember nothing in regards to how it performed and if I liked it or not. So I'm going to use it today. It's just nourishing foundation with coconut milk and aloe extract. So I have the shade light medium 550. Oh, very liquidy. And I'm just going to apply that with a Japanese foundation brush. There's no name on it, but you used to be able to get some really good Japanese brush sets at Ulta. Do they still carry Japanese? Because I remember I felt at one time they were phasing these out. But this is my clean boy that I got today, and that's what I'm going to use. My lips are super pink because I applied my Dior lip glow, the original Dior lip glow. It's kind of like a transforming lip balm. I don't know about you all, but those just turned so like hot fire pink on me. I mean, I don't think it's flattering with my skin tone. And I want to love those shade adjusting lip colors. Some days I do, some days I'm into it, but most of the time I just feel like no. And I also feel like all of those formulas are the same. Like the IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi, that's the original lip transforming color. Well, I won't say original, but it's like one of the first lip transforming products that I remember ever seeing and ever owning. And I swear every single product that I buy that's remotely similar to that, it gives off the same color on my lips. So yeah, that's why I have some little hot pink lips going on. It's the Dior lip glow. All right, so this is nice and fresh. I really don't have any complaints with it, so I'm going to move into concealer. I'm going to use the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. I really like this one. It has a name similar to the NARS Radiant Cream, but I would definitely say that this one is a bit more on the lighter coverage side, and it also has more of a luminous finish to it. And speaking of, back to that Dior lip glow, they came out with a new tone called Rosewood that looked a little bit more brown, and I had it on my cart to purchase. I already have some stuff lined up that I want to get during the Sephora VIB sale, and that was on there, but I took it off because I'm like, I know what it's going to look like. It's probably going to end up looking almost identical, maybe slightly different. So I took that off my Sephora wish list. I feel like for this year's Sephora VIB sale, there are actually some things that I am interested in purchasing that I'm like excited to try. Let me know if there are some things that you have lined up to try as well. Just off the top of my head, these are a few recommendations from you all that I have in my cart. The Hourglass Unreal lip glosses, I've seen several of you all recommend those. So I picked out a couple shades in that. I really want to try the Brazilian, what is that stuff that they have? It's like a whole line. It's the Brazilian like Bum Bum cream, but now they have like this entire line of body products and shower gels, lotions, things of that nature. I have a couple of products from that line in my cart. I think I have the shower gel and the Bum Bum cream, which I know is probably a straight up scam, but sometimes we can't resist a good scam, you know? Oh, yes, 2 foundations I'm really excited to try that I have in my cart. The Makeup Forever Reboot foundation, which Makeup Forever generally does send me quite a bit of PR, but that one must just got skipped down on. So I'm just gonna order it during the sale. And then also the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation. I think I've seen Sona from Persona or Sona Gasparian. I think I've seen her use that in the past and I really like the way it looks. So I think I'm gonna purchase that and plus the accommodating concealer. Let me know if you have tried that, if I should go for it, maybe I should stay away from it. It's a Japanese self-refreshing foundation. It's supposed to just refresh itself during the day. So again, sometimes you just gotta go for a good scam. I'm feeling hopeful, mainly because it's Japanese innovation and I just feel like they're so ahead of us in the skincare and beauty world. We'll see. By the way, I've powdered my entire face without telling you what this is. It's the Maybelline Superstay powder. One of the few powders that I can get down with at the drugstore. One of the few that I feel doesn't look super talcish on me, and I'm using the shade 120. So we're gonna switch things up. I'm gonna be using quite a bit of powder today. I am not gonna be using cream eyeshadow, shocker. I know you all are shook to your core right now, but I really only cream eyeshadows I have from the drugstore are the Covergirl ones, and I just wanted to do something different. So actually going to be working with an eyeshadow palette today, but for my bronzer, I'm going to use my Flower Beauty Heatwave. It's one of my favorite formulas at the drugstore. Okay, while I am applying my blush, which is going to be the Physicians Formula Dewy Elixir blush in Gorgeous Peach, I want to tell you my COVID vacation cancellation story in hopes that maybe some of you all might have had a similar experience. Especially, I kind of want this to be an open conversation because I've never had to do something like this before. But we had a trip scheduled in April to Charleston, April 15th. Actually, we were supposed to be leaving very soon. So I booked this trip through HomeAway, or it's also a tier of VRBO. I use them for almost every trip that I book. I book them with my bachelorette trip. Me and Will, back before isolation or quarantine happened, we were living in Nashville part-time. Basically, we had to be in Nashville 2 weeks out of each month, and I used VRBO for every single one of our trips. I've never had a problem. And then in early March, when things started closing in the US, I got a notification from them saying that they had updated their brief pause here, Neutrogena, Hydro Boost Illuminator, and Moonstone. But anyways, I got an email from them in early March stating that, you know, they were trying to work with renters on the best policy for cancellations. And I ended up receiving an email stating that the policy at this point was that they were encouraging renters to either give a 50% refund if people needed to cancel, or offer them flexible rescheduling dates. And so we made the decision, obviously, that it was not good for us to be traveling to someone's home that they rent out, especially with Will being a nurse and potentially infecting, you know, hundreds of people on the way there, and also putting people at risk who clean the building, who will stay in the building. So I made the decision just to message the owner and ask if we could take them up on the flexible rescheduling dates, which would just mean that they would give us dates that they have open in the future. And I did not ask for our money back because I understood that it was a sticky situation. I did not want our money back, period. And the owners messaged me back and were so like blatantly rude. I don't know if it was, I couldn't tell if it was the property manager or if it was the actual owner, because sometimes they would refer to themselves as the owner. Sometimes they would just act like they were the property manager. But basically, long story short, they were just like, no, if you don't come, we're keeping your money and we're not offering you any dates to reschedule. And I was just like, okay, so you're going to ignore HomeAway's policy? So I was like, okay, this is awkward. I contacted HomeAway just to see like what I could do, and they basically said all that they were able to do would be penalize their renter in the app. I don't even know what that means. And I just hated this whole situation all around, because I understand that, you know, that's probably the renter's source of income, but also I never asked for our money back. Not once. I didn't want our money back. I wanted them to be able to keep our money and then just somehow, you know, after all this passed, just offer, you know, some dates that we could reschedule. And they just were like, hell no. Their exact words were, to be quite frank with you, not only would that be a bigger loss than giving you your money back, we just don't have the ability to offer you other dates. Something along that nature. And I was just like, so very awkward scenario. And what ended up just happening is my credit card company did take care of it. They refunded me, and they just kind of, you know, they kind of take it from there. But if, you know, I would love to know if you all have had similar experiences, especially if you rent or if you've booked through VRBO in the past. Yeah, I don't know. I felt I left that situation feeling a little weird. Really no clue what I'm going to do with my eyes. I'm just going to play around with this palette. It's the L'Oreal La Palette Nude Intense. This is the cooler toned one. And I'm going to start out with this shade right here. It's kind of like it reminds me of MAC's eyeshadow in the shade Yogurt. It's a very nice, like soft, pinky plum tone. Gonna take a bit of this brown shade, and I'm just gonna start smudging that along my lash line. This is a MAC 221. I'm just gonna kind of alternate between my little smudgy brush and this brush so everything is seamless. A little bit of this guy right here in the crease. And then we're gonna have a little bit of fun with some glitter. This is the Covergirl Exhibitionist. These are just the glitters. Mine does not have a name on it, but it's kind of like the ones that are similar to the Stila glitters. And this one is in the color number 2. Now these bad boys are really, really, really shimmery. So I think I'm just going to add some to the back of my hand and then just like lightly tap over my eye. I have this brown Almay liner. It's in the shade Brown Topaz, and I'm just going to tightline my top and bottom lid. Going to smudge a little bit of this light brown tone on my lower lash line. I'm using Covergirl Exhibitionist Uncensored. Not my favorite one, but my regular Exhibitionist is basically out, so kind of need to use this one up. And for my lips, I'm doing NYX's Peekaboo Neutral Lip Liner with the Neutrogena Hydrating Lip Shine Lip Gloss. All right, a little bit more glam than usual, but today I'm doing my once a week grocery pickup, so I'll be looking fly for that. But I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you like the little drugstore switch up. Let me know if there are things you're picking up from the Sephora sale. There's just so much stuff I can't comprehend. I feel like I take stuff away from my bag, I add stuff to it every single day, and I need a solid selection. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.